ninth official episode of the StepBack podcast. As you can see, next to me is Graham, not Caleb. And the reason for that, Caleb is a very busy man with college and everything, so he wasn't able to make it. But we still want to get an out episode for you guys. So we got Graham today. Graham, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Just chilling after school.
Sounds good. Now, Graham today, he had a very nice idea, and we thought we'd take 3 regular season takeaways. So 3 things we liked or disliked about this season and the NBA season as a whole. So why don't you start us off, Graham, with your first one?
Okay, so going into this season, I had really high expectations for the Celtics, thinking that they were going to be up there as a contender, because last season they got to game 7 of the conference finals, I'm pretty sure it was, or game 6 against the Heat. So I had really high expectations in for them, and into this season I just got super concerned. And the Jaylen Brown Jason Tatum duo, I'm worried about them for the future. I know they dealt with some injuries, like Kemba Walker was out for a little bit of the season, like the Celtics in general. But I'm worried for the Celtics' future, so that's definitely got to be one of my first takeaway.
I 100% agree. I do not like the fit with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I think one of them has to go, and it has to be Jaylen Brown. Whether it is for a playmaking point guard, a big man preferably, he's got to go, and they need to figure that out. Similar to you, one young duo that I don't think is going to work for the future is the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't think Ingram and Zion work well together, and I think you have to move away from Ingram. And as for Lonzo Ball, I think they should definitely keep him this offseason. He's a great fit for Zion, amazing playmaker, amazing shooter, amazing defender. But I don't like the fit with Ingram and Zion, and I think you got to move away from Ingram.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, after this year, they were supposed to be a playoff contender, and at least they didn't even make the play-in. Come on now, you have 2 arguably top 25 players. I mean, maybe not Ingram this season, but last season he was pretty he was up there definitely.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree that they should keep Lonzo, even though I want him to go to my Bulls. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
One thing about the Pelicans, though, John Morant, Zion's draft rival, you could say, he came into the league at the same time. And look at what the Grizzlies are doing now. They're a 9 seed. They're fighting for a playoff position. And they did the same thing last year. And you can argue, yes, the Grizzlies have more depth than the Pelicans. But the Pelicans, they brought in Eric Bledsoe and Steven Adams for defensive purposes. And they have one of the worst defenses in the league. There's something severely wrong with that.
But then again, you got to go kind of – you don't have to necessarily blame the coaching, blame it all on Stan Van Gundy. But I feel like a lot of the defensive, their game plan is a lot of him. And I feel like even if they bring in the right players, it all comes down to the coach.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing with the Celtics. I think Brad Stevens has regressed as a coach. And
Definitely.
That's something I wanted to talk to you about in my next point. But you go ahead. What's your second point?
So my second takeaway is actually about Lamellar Ball. Going into the draft, I wasn't a true I had beliefs or I had a pretty strong liking of LaMelo, but for him to come out this season and look like a star point guard in his rookie year, that's unbelievable. And for the Hornets to even be playoff contenders, and they're a good team, right? But when LaMelo's on the court, they win a whole lot more than
I agree.
Without him or with him off the court.
Yeah.
So I think that LaMelo going into the future could be a top 3 point guard, and I was not expecting that from him going into the draft, especially in his rookie year, to have that high of a ceiling or potential, is just crazy to me.
I think internationally, players like Luka, LaMelo, we're going to see more and more guys come into the league internationally, and they're going to be able to produce right away because unlike college, they're playing at an actual pro level against grown men. So it's a much less jump that they have to make. We seen Anthony Edwards at the beginning of the year. Let's be honest, he was bad at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
but once he got adjusted to the NBA and the pace and everything about it, then he was amazing. But players like LaMelo and Luka, they already knew what they were going up against.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And we see that with Luka as well. Trae Young started off his rookie season slow, but once he got into it, he was able to succeed. So I think players that come over from internationally, they start off way better than guys that come out of college.
Oh, for sure. I could definitely
And
see that.
and I'm very interested to see how the G League Ignite players are going to do this season. Jalen Green and Jonathan Kuminga, two top draft prospects, both from the G League Ignite. I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, me too. Definitely those two.
Um, so my second takeaway was coaches that need to be fired immediately. Okay, we got
Okay.
Stan Van Gundy. We already talked about it. He sucked in Detroit. He
Yeah.
sucked in Orlando. Dwight Howard wanted him fired. He sucks in New Orleans. He's not a good coach. He's stubborn. He doesn't want to change the way he is. I
Yeah.
don't like him as a coach. Number two, Terry Stotts. The only reason why he still has a job is because of Damian Lillard. Without Dame, he would have been gone a while ago. Number three, Scott Brooks. The only reason why he has a job is because Russell Westbrook, and him and Russ have a close relationship. Number four, Brad Stevens. He's a good coach, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's working out in Boston too well. And I think that whole Boston situation is becoming a bit toxic. And number five, Mike Budenholzer. He can't make adjustments in the playoffs. I don't know what's wrong with him.
I agree with four of those. I think that Brad Stevens, if he just learns how to make the right rotations, and I know that's a huge thing that goes into coaching, but at the same time, he's pretty much up there with everyone, like the top coaches as far as everything else. So like just to give his players more minutes, and we've already seen in the past that he can be a top tier coach. It's just that I don't know what like happened this season. Like it didn't really make sense. Like he just fell off and everyone started hating on him, and then I started looking into his coaching, and it's just not up there anymore.
Yeah,
but I definitely see on the other four.
I love the point you brought out about his rotations, because that has been a problem ever since the Isaiah Thomas trade. Once he had more talent on his roster, he struggled to play all those guys. Like at a certain point, the Celtics had Rozier, Kyrie, Horford, Tatum, Brown, Hayward, Smart, Morris. They had so much talent, and he struggles to make proper rotations. And that's the main reason why the Celtics have underachieved over the past 5 years.
Yeah, that is a good point. I do think they either need to make the player's decision or the coaching decision, and I could definitely see why you think Brad Stevens needs to go.
I mean, he deserves, unlike those other guys, maybe Mike Budenholzer, but unlike those other guys, he still deserves a job in the NBA. Oh,
Yeah.
Luke Walton. What was I doing? Luke
Oh,
Walton.
yeah, Luke Walton.
Oh, my goodness. He's I talk so much about Luke Walton, I completely forgot. Worst coach in the NBA. Gotta go. But unlike those other guys, Brad Stevens has got to go, but he can still have a job in the NBA because he's still a good coach. I think he just needs to change his scenery.
Or it's just maybe it's just it's just not going to fit anymore. Maybe it's just a new team that he needs to go to. I think that happens a lot to coaches, and then they get a lot better in a different system. And maybe honestly, I think actually I was gonna say Gordon Hayward is kind of like, because he actually coached Gordon Hayward at Butler, I'm pretty sure it was, right?
Yeah.
So that was a kind of a close relationship. So that might have, had to do with the situation, like him leaving and stuff. Like now he's not really close with anyone on the team, I feel like. So maybe that goes into it. I don't know. That's just kind of a hypothetical, but
yeah. And sticking on the coaching point before you get into your third argument, I loved Nate McMillan in Atlanta. Great hire. He definitely should have been head coach. I don't know why Indiana fired him. And Nate Bjorken of Indiana, he's got to go. Apparently, he's blowing up the Indiana Pacers organization from the inside. The whole organization is saying he's micromanaging players. He has favorites. That's a whole mess.
Yeah, I got to look more into that. I feel like I haven't really paid attention to him as much. But no, the Hawks coach, he's been doing insane. And like for him to just go into a random system and like just to do so well and succeed and bring them all the way up to the 5 seed is unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. And okay, what is your last takeaway for the season?
Let's see. Sorry. It's about the Knicks. I think that
same here, man.
Really? Yeah, I was gonna be like, yeah, he definitely has to have something about the Knicks. Like, I think everyone does. But No, so it's pretty much just I think this is their breaking point, or not breaking point, but like that, that change just to get them actually into being a playoff team. They obviously just got in this year. Um, and Julius Randle, my God, dude,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
guy, he is arguably a top 15 player. I'm not even lying. Like,
Okay. I don't put him top 15, but he's definitely top 20.
oh,
Solidified.
he's up there. And like, he's only what, 26, maybe 20, or no, I
26,
can't,
27.
yeah, 26, 27. But no, I think he can be a multiple time All-Star, arguably like maybe even 4 to 6 All-Star appearances. And they have some really young pieces around him too. RJ Barrett, Emmanuel quickly.
Breakout year for
Um,
RJ. I'm so
I
happy.
I'm very excited to watch the Knicks, and that's very weird to say. But no, I think that they could be a playoff team for a long time, and arguably even a championship team within the next 2 seasons.
Yeah, I completely agree with you here. I love everything that New York has done, but for some reason, there's just something in me. I'm still scared to give Julius Randle a max contract. Now, he has the team option this year, so they'll bring him back on his contract. But then next year, if he doesn't produce the same thing as he did this year, next year, the year after, I'm kind of worried to give him a max. There's just something in me there. I don't know what it is, but he's been playing great. The Knicks organization went from one of the worst teams in the league to a solid contender. Like it's either them or the Hawks. It's a toss up for who's getting out the first round. So they have a real chance of being a second round team.
Yeah, I kind of understand your concern about Julius Randle, just because I think what you're trying to get at is kind of his inconsistency. Um, he can be great this season as we've seen, but like for the past 4 or 5 seasons, like he's been really inefficient and all that. But I think this season has proved to be a solid leader, be a great star in in today's NBA, even in today's NBA. But I definitely see your point. He won't keep
Yeah,
up this
so
production.
I put it on screen right now. Julius Randle is playing 37 minutes per game. He will not keep up this production. That's a very good point. Tom Thibodeau loves running his stars into the ground, and that's the main reason why the whole like RJ and Julius are both top 5 in minutes, I believe.
Dude, I don't want to talk about Derrick Rose, dude.
There it
It's a sore
goes,
subject.
Derrick Rose.
Oh my. Uh, but no, I do think that Julius Randle does have a bright future, but I can understand your concern on why you don't quite believe in him enough to give him for him to deserve that max contract.
Yeah. So we're good with the things we took away from this NBA season.
Yes, sir.
Any last things on this topic?
I don't think so.
Steph Curry. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, Steph Curry.
Okay, so are you ready for our playoff and play-in predictions?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's start off with the play-in in the West.
The
So for the
West. Okay.
play-in, we're doing the scores, but for the playoffs, we're just doing the series as a whole. So in the play-in, the West, the 7-8 matchup, I have the Lakers winning 113 to 107.
Okay. I also have the Lakers winning, but 123 to 117.
Okay, I like this. I like this. We both got the 6 point range. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if we get that one right by any chance.
Yeah, we'll
Next
see.
up for the Memphis Grizzlies versus the San Antonio Spurs. Who you got?
I got the Grizzlies 113, 111. Very close game.
Okay. I have the Grizzlies 101 to 94. And finally, so that means we both have the Grizzlies and the Warriors losing. So for Grizzlies Warriors, who you got?
I'm taking the Grizzlies. I'm taking the Grizzlies over the Warriors.
Yo, okay. Hot take
It,
right here.
it Dylan Brooks. That's all I have to. If he was still playing, Grizzlies would have won.
Hey, man loves to foul out. He loves to foul out.
Well, he's very aggressive. I just think that dude, if he was the only person in the game that could guard Curry,
Yeah.
um, and like for him to just go out and then them go on what like a 13-0 run, like that just proves his like value. And he's gonna play, so I'm taking the Grizzlies.
Okay, I see you, Grant. That's a sizzling hot take. One thing I took away from that game, though, John Morant. What was up with his defense? At certain points
Yeah,
in the game, he's just standing there, and then he went to chase the paint when he left Curry open on the three. But hey, man, I like the
yeah.
Grizzlies pick. I'm going with the MVP, the second guy in the MVP race. I'm going Steph Curry, and I actually have them winning by a pretty big margin, 127 to 107.
Oh,
I think
20
I think
points.
I think if Steph loses the first play in, he's gonna wipe the floor with the Grizzlies. But I like the confidence in the Grizzlies. I
We'll,
really do like that.
we'll see. Is it tomorrow they play? I'm pretty sure. Or
I'm
not
not
tomorrow,
sure.
but
It
third.
might,
I think it's
yeah.
something like.
Okay. Now, would you like to go to the East plan, or would you like to do the West first round?
We'll do the East play and we'll just finish up the
East
playing
plan.
teams.
Okay. So who you got? 7-8 Wizards, Celtics.
I'm taking the Wizards 121, 116.
Okay. And I'm taking the Wizards 114 to 109. We both got the
Wow,
Wizards winning.
both 5 point differences again.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Okay, now for the Pacers and the Hornets. Who we got?
I'm taking the Pacers 114, 103.
Okay, I have the Pacers 111, 104. I think the Pacers are going to win this one just because of experience.
Yeah.
And we saw that yesterday against the Wizards. They the Hornets kind of folded. They don't have
Yeah.
Gordon. They don't have Gordon Hayward. They don't really have any leaders unless you count Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. But
Yeah, and in these big games you gotta have a star, and Hayward's out. Rozier, maybe a top 50 player. I don't even know, but if that's their best player, they're not beating Sabonis. I don't see
yeah,
a chance.
and Sabonis is on a hot streak right now.
He's insane.
And they have to choose, and it better be Sabonis. You got to pick Turner or Sabonis. Sabonis at
Yeah.
the center is the way to go. They got to choose one of the two.
Wait, is Turner playing? Because I thought he was out.
Yeah, he is out, and that's why Sabonis has been playing the center position.
Oh no, I
But
thought you meant like their rotation. I don't know what
yeah,
I was thinking.
but if Danny Ainge wasn't greedy, and like the Pacers could have traded Turner for Gordon Hayward, who wanted to go to Indiana anyways.
Yeah.
So instead of you could move Sabonis to the 5, then have Hayward, T.J. Warren, assuming the trade still happens, Karis LeVert and Malcolm Brogdon. That's so much better than having Turner and Sabonis as your front court. It's so slow. Sabonis can't guard fours.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And they have a good defense outside Turner anyway. So
Yeah.
um
Okay. And now that means a 7-9 matchup between the Pacers and the Celtics. Who you got?
wait, I'm actually taking the Celtics.
Same here.
Um
Okay.
I
What's your
think Tatum.
score?
Oh, the score. Did I write down the score?
It's
Wait.
okay if you didn't.
All right, I'm just gonna throw out a score. 108-97.
Okay. I have it a bit closer, 103 to 98.
Okay. I think Tatum is gonna ball out that game.
Yeah, you think so?
I
I don't. Same,
don't think they're gonna miss the playoffs.
same with Steph Curry. I don't see Steph losing 2 games in a row. That's why
Yeah,
that's why I have Tatum. Like I don't think the players like that are going to lose 2 games in a row and miss the playoffs. Unless
yeah.
Brown affects them that badly, but I don't even like the fit.
Yeah. You're not a Brown supporter.
Hey, Brown and Ingram next to Tatum and Zion. It's 2 players. I'm just iffy about their play styles.
Yeah, I understandable, honestly.
Okay, so then now that we're in the West first round, so you have the Grizzlies winning over the Warriors.
Sorry. Oh yeah, Grizzlies. Okay.
So that means your first round matchup is Jazz Grizzlies for the 1-8.
Jazz Grizzlies, correct. Yeah.
Okay, so who you got?
I'm going with the Jazz in 5. I think the Grizzlies get a game on them though.
Okay. I since I do have the Warriors, I think they take another game because it's Steph Curry,
Yeah.
and we don't know if D Mitch is fully healthy yet because I haven't heard anything about that guy in a while. And so I'm taking Jazz in 6, assuming everyone's healthy
Good take.
against
Good
the
take.
Warriors. Okay, 4-5. Your Mavericks versus the LA Clippers. Go off. What do you think about this series?
I think Luka Doncic is the best player in the series. Forget Kawhi. No, Luka's better. No, but I think well, no, this is the thing. Like the Mavs, I'm just we don't have enough depth yet, and we have some good role players, but we just need like everyone keeps saying we need a better second option. The Clippers have Kawhi and PG. Like, what are we supposed to do with that? I think we can force it to 7 games though, but I'm gonna go with the Clippers in 7.
I have the Clippers in 7 as well. I have the Clippers in 7 as well. My only concern is about Glassman. I'm not sure if he's going to survive, but if Glassman can stay healthy, you guys should be okay.
Yeah, hopefully Pandemic P doesn't come out.
Okay. Assuming you get Pandemic P and Porzingis gets injured, who do you got then? So it's
Porzingis. What you said? He gets injured?
Yeah, Porzingis gets injured as usual, but the Clippers also have Pandemic P. Paul George is still playing, but he's Pandemic P. Who you got then? Because then I'm taking Luka by himself.
I might take the Mavs, honestly.
Yeah.
Because Luka, I think I'll take the Mavs. But
I do think Paul George is the X factor. We know what we're getting out of. We know what we're getting out of Kawhi.
Yeah.
Okay. 3-6 Nuggets Blazers. I think this is the most clear-cut matchup in the entire thing. Who you got?
I'm taking the Nuggets in 7.
7. But you think the Blazers are getting 3 games?
I do. I think the Blazers get 3 games on them. They're gonna try. Terry Stotts is gonna try and keep his job. Not gonna happen. But
who's guarding Jokic? Who's guarding MPJ? They have no defenders. You're putting Yusuf Nurkic.
They have Covington, right?
Yeah, Rocco, but
Derek Jones Jr. He's not bad defense.
But who's guarding Jokic?
CJ. I gotta give the Blazers' offense is fire though. CJ and Dame in the playoffs, they go off.
It is, and the Nuggets don't have Jamal Murray, but I got the Nuggets winning in 5. I'm not scared of the Blazers.
All right,
the Dame's gonna take 1 game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see, but
all right, and finally, the Lakers versus the Suns. I'm so mad that the Suns have to face the Lakers in the first round.
Yeah. I want to see Chris Paul go on a championship run, but it's not going to happen.
Me too. They worked so hard for the 2 seed, and they get rewarded with the Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers in 6 for me.
Same here. Same. It's so unfortunate. Unless
it's good for Booker though.
Unless he turns into Kobe, Lakers in 6.
Yeah, it's good for Booker though because then he gets some playoff experience, and all the guys on their team get some playoff experience.
Yeah. We got a nice fact right here. I'm putting the chat up, but whenever you guys have something you want to say, that's pretty good. Derek Jones Jr. and Rocco can keep MPJ cooled down, assuming DJJ plays good D. I agree with that, but I don't know. They brought him in for defense, and he hasn't been all of that. He's still been good, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's West first round. Shall we move on to the East first round?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So we got the 2-7. Who you got?
I think. Oh my God. Sorry. Okay. 76 okay. Sorry. I just
yeah.
Missed where I was. Okay, so 76ers Celtics for me.
Okay.
I got the 76ers taking it in 5.
You got the Sixers taking it in 5?
Yeah.
Yes. For me, I have the Sixers in 5 as well. I don't know. The Celtics, Jason Tatum's gonna go off. But other than that, I really don't have anything.
Yeah, I mean, if they had Brown, I know you're not a big fan of him, but I think that he'd be able to at least produce a little bit. But the 76ers are just too dominant this season, I feel like. Sorry, your camera kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I 100% agree. I just had to sneeze, so I didn't want to do it on air. But I agree with you. Celtics get 1 game. For the 2-7 now, who you got? So that's Nets, and who you have again? You have the Wizards?
Wizards?
Yeah. Nets, Wizards.
I got the Nets in 5. I think they could easily win in 4, but I do think Westbrook's going to go off 1 game and just try his extremely hardest.
I mean, he does that anyways, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think he's going to actually make the right decisions this time and play as a team because he's learned in the past that playing solo in the playoffs just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I think his playmaking.
Yeah, I think this is a different Westbrook. We're gonna get a different type of Westbrook. He's going to be a bit more passive than just driving full steam ahead. But I do have the Nets at 6, not 5, just because I think Russ, he can do a little damage. I have faith in Russ.
Yeah, Beal he's an afterthought. We don't care about Beal.
Yeah, guys. Graham, one of my favorite people, they're the same. Not hate, but just not love of Beal.
Yeah, he's not grown on me at all lately.
Hey,
but
man.
yeah, so someone just said, "What about Beal?"
I don't know. It's just out of all the shooting guards, excluding Jaylen Brown, I like him more than Brown. I don't know. There's
The
just
star
something
shooting
about
guards.
Beal. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's just something about Beal. I don't know. He's not bad, but I don't know.
He can't be a second option. Like, I feel like he's a good scorer. Like, what else does he do?
Nothing. That's it.
Exactly.
That's why when he's not scoring, he's practically useless.
Yeah, and they sometimes even do better with him on the bench.
Thomas Bryant over Beal. Oh my goodness, Chad's going crazy. Okay. So then we have the 3-6 matchup between the Bucks and the Miami Heat, rematch of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Who got Bucks Heat? I'm interested to hear this.
Dude, okay, everyone is like trolling. They've been like, all right, Jimmy Butler's gonna win, whatever.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler wants to face the Heat.
No, not happening. Okay, I'm taking that down right now. Drew Holiday is an absolute baller. Okay, Bucks in 7.
Yeah, I agree. No way Jimmy Butler's beating them this year. I have Bucks in 7. I love that people are saying that the Jimmy Butler's he wants to face the Bucks, and that's why he's losing games on purpose.
Oh, he's taking L. Take the L.
I love Jimmy Butler. He's not winning that series. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Bucks
sorry,
in
buddy.
7. Yeah. And finally, for the East first round, we have the Knicks versus the Hawks. I want to say the Hawks, but like I said, the Knicks are balling, and they have playoff experience in former MVP D Rose, Reggie Bullock's great, Julius Randle, obviously. But yeah, I got Knicks in 7.
This series could go either way, but honestly, this might be a coaching battle, like we discussed earlier.
Yep.
But I do think it's tough. Okay, Trae Young, in my opinion, might be still a little bit better of a player than Julius Randle. So I do think that in these close series that it's going to depend on the best player and the best coach. But I'm going to take the Hawks in 7.
Hawks in
but
7.
I understand why you're taking
them. I initially did have the Hawks in 7. But I don't know. Their lack of defense. Like they're two guards. You have Kevin Huerter, Bogdanovic, and Trae Young. So that's kind of tough. So that's the only reason why I have the Knicks. Now, yes, the Knicks struggle to score, but I mean, defense wins championships. Am I right?
Yeah, and maybe even Derrick Rose could be an X factor in this series too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, he's definitely very valuable to the Knicks.
Yeah. Okay, so you ready to go to West round 2?
For sure.
So we got the West round 2. We have the Clippers versus the Jazz. It's a 1-4. Who you got?
I think the Jazz are gonna push this series pretty far.
Same here.
But I got the Clippers in 7.
Same here. Yeah, Clippers in 7. I think I like the Jazz, but at the end of the day, your second best player is Rudy Gobert. He's gonna get played off the floor. I love D Mitch. He's gonna go off again, but the Clippers are gonna win.
Yeah, Mitchell could go off. I mean, we'll see. He's a really good playoff player. Yeah, if he's healthy. I mean, if he doesn't play, then I think the Clippers could win in 6.
Oh yeah. If Mitch is not there, the Jazz face the Warriors in the first round. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose. If Mitchell's not there.
Since I have the Grizzlies, I still think they beat the Grizzlies pretty easily. But yeah.
Okay. So then we got the 3-7 matchup. That's crazy to say. Lakers in 6 is who I got, but who do you have?
Sorry. 3 Lakers, who's the other?
Nuggets? The Nuggets.
Yeah, Nugget. Okay, sorry. I just had I have the Lakers, I think, Lakers in 6, pretty sure.
Yeah, I have the Lakers in 7, but Lakers in 6 is fine with me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty simple.
Oh, actually, no, I have him in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like you're a fan of the Nuggets.
they can't guard Anthony Davis. Like
They have
he's
Aaron
gonna
Gordon now. You have Paul Millsap off the bench, veteran.
Aaron
Empty,
Gordon really like Anthony Davis, in my opinion, when he's healthy, he's the most skilled player in the NBA. Most skilled player in the NBA.
skilled big man. You mean
No, skilled player in the NBA.
over Luca?
Yeah.
Your
Yep.
favorite player over
Yeah,
Kyrie.
look, think about it like this. Okay.
Over Kyrie.
No, think about it like this. He
Kevin
can guard
Durant.
anyone, but like 1 or 2 players can guard him.
Hey man,
Joel Embiid can guard him. Who else?
Giannis. And also destroy him on defense.
Not destroy him.
Akambo. Yes, you.
Giannis can put up a good fight, but I do think Anthony Davis in the playoffs is still the better player.
Oh yeah, I agree, 100%. But you're saying who can
So yeah,
guard
we're
him?
talking about the playoffs.
Giannis can guard him easily. Just maybe not on the offensive end, but he can still guard him.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean,
Julius Randle won't be able to stop Capella.
oh my.
Hey, Nerlens Noel, surprise player of the year. He's been an amazing defensive center for the Knicks.
Definitely.
Okay.
I like him.
East semifinals, round 2. Who you got? 1-4 matchup.
I have this so unorganized.
Or do you have the 1-5? Yeah, you have the Hawks. So the 1-5 for you and the 1-4 for me.
Hang on. Okay.
Here, I'll go first while you're getting ready.
Yeah,
for me,
yeah. I just
1-4 matchup. Give me the Sixers in 6. Maybe even no. Give me the Sixers in 5. They're dominating the Knicks. Yeah. 1-4. Give me the Sixers.
I think the Hawks are a better matchup for them, even though it's going to be hard for them to guard Embiid. I do think that Trey actually it's tough because Simmons can guard Trey, but Trey is so much better on offense than Simmons. So I think it'll be a little bit closer of a series. It'll be a better matchup for them than the Knicks. So I'm going to take the Sixers in 6, though. However,
Sixers in 6. Yeah. So my initial thing is Knicks or Sixers in 6 against the Knicks. But if it goes to 5, I wouldn't really be surprised.
Yeah.
And for the 2-3, Bucks Nets, bold prediction: whoever wins this Eastern Conference semifinals is going to the finals. Okay.
I can
So
see that. Yeah.
I have the Nets in 7, but if the Bucks win in 7 or 6 or whatever, they're going to the finals. Whoever comes out from this 2-3 matchup is going to the finals.
It kind of I wish that the Bucks would be able to play the Nets in like the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
because like I don't know.
it's the 2 best teams in the East.
Yeah, they're just the 2 best. Like but yeah, I have the Nets in 6 actually. But I just think it's too much star power, honestly. Like the Bucks have the second best like trio in the NBA, I think.
Behind who? The Nets?
Yeah.
Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis. Yeah.
I mean, who else would you really say? Like
LeBron, AD, and Schroeder.
Yeah, Schroeder's a weak point though. Like Drew Holiday is like a top 8-9 point guard, I think.
No, yeah, I'll take, but at the same time, LeBron compared to Chris Middleton, and we're already saying AD in the playoffs is better than Giannis.
It's just I think that third player really like matters in those trios, but yeah, I think it'll be an okay series, but the Bucks might even take like the first 2 games. Well, actually, they're probably playing at home. They're in the Nets' home court, but we'll see. I'm still gonna take the Nets in 6 though.
Nets in 6, yeah. I have Nets in 7, but yeah, whoever comes out of this side makes it to the finals. And we got the Western Conference Finals. I have Lakers Clippers. You got Lakers Clippers. Who you got?
I'm taking the Clippers. Just kidding. Lakers in 7.
Lakers in 7. I have Lakers in. I'm like, he better not say the Clippers. Come on now. Yeah, I have the Lakers in 6 actually. I think the people love to say, well, what if the Jazz and the Suns? No, come on,
dude. What if the Jazz just
let's
Western Conference Finals Jazz?
Let's be realistic. The Lakers are going to the finals.
Yeah.
As much as we'd love to make all our other stuff, it's got to be them.
But here's where it gets spicy. Here is where it gets spicy. Right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eastern Conference Finals. Nets.
Yeah.
Sixers. Who you got?
I'm pretty sure I have the Nets. Wait, Nets in 5 actually.
Nets in 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, I have no confidence in the Sixers beating the Nets they like honestly the Nets could beat them in 4, honestly. Like
And
Embiid
4. Oh my
Embiid,
goodness.
okay, he's a pretty hard stopper, like a big man to stop, but like at the same time, like the Nets literally have like arguably like 3 top 5 offensive players in the league. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I have the Nets winning. It's like it's gonna be the Nets, let's be honest. But I do have them winning in 6. I think Embiid will dominate them for a couple games. It comes down to Simmons, and Simmons can't
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah.
So the Nets are winning. And the moment everyone has been waiting for, Lakers, Nets in the finals, a 7-2 matchup. Who you got win that?
You're not gonna like this.
Don't say the Nets.
But okay, LeBron seriously has the chance of being the GOAT if he wins this series.
Mhm.
But at the same time, look at who he's going up against. Like, come on. You're not going to like. Okay, I'm taking the Nets in 5 games. 5.
Chat. Nets in
sorry.
5? You think LeBron's only going to take 1 game?
I'm sorry, dude.
With
It's too
Anthony
much.
Davis by his side?
I just can't.
Wow.
Okay, it could go to 6, but like, dude, it's all about offense in today's NBA. Like,
LeBron,
I just, yeah,
arguably the
5. Yep,
greatest
you
offensive
heard me.
player of all time.
No, he's not the GOAT.
GOAT of offense.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, go to
It's
offense.
either him or James Harden.
And I'm for the Finals MVP. I'm going with James Harden, actually.
Okay, yeah, okay. I have the Lakers winning in 6. Okay.
6.
You have the Nets in 5. You have the Nets
I don't
in
care.
5.
You have the Lakers in 6.
The Lakers are winning in 6.
6.
And if they do win, it's LeBron who's going to be the Finals MVP. He's a Bulls
Well,
fan.
yeah,
His
obviously.
opinion isn't valid.
Bro, what? Talking about the GOAT discussion, or are you just talking about my opinions in general?
Oh my goodness! No.
Well, how do you have the Nets in 6, dude? Or not the Nets, the Lakers.
Lakers in 6. They have the GOAT on their team, and they have
No,
AD.
they don't.
And they have
No.
AD. And
Okay, no, this is what happened.
I don't think people understand how trash the Lakers supporting cast was last year. You're telling me you have Rondo as your 3rd best player? An old Rondo. The Lakers are winning this one in 6. And Finals MVP is LeBron. Now, if the Nets do end up winning, James Harden's Finals MVP. Sorry, KD.
Yeah. I know your obsession with James Harden, yeah.
It's not an obsession.
Yes, it is an obsession. You talk about him all the time.
He's just
no, but
player.
I like Harden better than KD in this type of series.
Yeah, same here.
Because KD, I feel like along the stretch, like I feel like he'd choke. Like I don't know. He might do okay. But you could even argue that in like 2017 that Curry deserved the or was it 2018? One of those series
18.
When they beat the Cavs.
Curry deserved Finals MVP in 18.
Yeah, he should have won Finals MVP.
Yeah. And let me tell you something about KD. There is an argument to be made. Now, I'm not saying this is true, but there is an argument to be made that Kevin Durant has not been the best player on his own team since he left OKC.
Not even, I could actually, as far as an overall player, like impactful player, I could see that.
But unless you count the year he was injured on the Nets because Kyrie was his 2nd best player, but I don't count that. I'm talking about Golden State, and Brooklyn. You can argue for those 4 seasons, KD hasn't even been the best player on his team.
I could definitely see the argument for that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Kevin Durant, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have like any rebuttal to that argument. I mean, you could argue like that Curry, or that he's been better than Curry, but has he really as far as impact? No, not really.
Definitely
has
not.
he been better than Harden as far as impact?
No,
not really. Not even that close. Like KD, as far as like okay, he was injured for a good chunk of the season, but at the same time, like, was he ever considered like top 3 in MVP voting? Not really. Like,
Nope, nope, nope.
so
I
I
have a question for you right now, though. Curry or KD? Who you got?
right now,
Yeah,
Curry.
same here. Okay,
Yeah,
same here.
it should be Curry for everyone.
Well, chat, we have wrapped up our playoff predictions. Graham has the Nets. I have the Lakers. We have about 5 minutes. You guys can drop your questions down below. If not, thank you everyone so much for joining. Unfortunately, Caleb wasn't able to join us today, but we had Graham here, so that's okay.
I'm his replacement. Yeah.
Last word you'd like to say, Graham?
Um, Nets are gonna win. That's all I have to say.
Nets are
LeBum
gonna win.
is gonna get exposed.
The bum is gonna get exposed. And
No
the
hate though.
chat
No hate
saying,
though. I'm not a LeBron hater.
King Lewis, I love you when you're not talking about Magic. I appreciate that, Corey.
Oh, Magic,
Yeah.
dude.
Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day. Peace.